We are working on 4.3 part 3. So this is a continuation off of the last lecture video. So if you didn't watch it, please go back and do so. We have a number in base 16 that we're moving to our system, which is called the Hindu-Arabic numeral. And when we do that, remember we have to multiply everything out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create place values. So I'm going to do 9 times, I know in base 16, so this is going to be 9 times 16 to the plus. And then I'm going to write 4 times 16 to the plus. And then B remembers 11. So I'm going to do 11 times 16 to the plus. A is 10. So I'm going to say 10 times 16 raised to the plus. And now we do 2 times 16 raised to the. Now I'm going to put in the exponential values. Since 2 is in the smallest place value, that place value is 16 to the 0. The 10 is in 16 to the first place value. The 11 is in 16 to the second. The 4 is in 16 to the third place value. And the 9 is in 16 to the fourth place value. Okay, at this point, you will need a calculator. So if you don't have one, pause the video so you can go grab it and work on this with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 16 raised to the fourth power, which is 65536. Now I'm going to take 9 and multiply by that. So 9 times that. And when I do that, I get 589824 plus. Now I'm going to do 16 raised to the third power. And that is going to give me 4 times 4096. And if I multiply that 4096 times 4 in the calculator, I get 16384 plus. So this next one's going to be 11 times. Now 16 squared is 256. So I'm going to multiply 256 times 11 in the calculator. And when I do that, I get 2,816 plus. This next one is going to be 10 times 16 to the first. So 10 times 16 is 160. And then finally, this last one, 2 times 16 to the 0 is 2 times 1. Because remember, anything raised to the 0 power is 1. So this is going to be plus 2. Now what I have to do is just add everybody together. So 589824 plus 16384 plus 2816 plus 160 plus 2. And I'm just making sure I put everything in the calculator correctly. Okay, and then I'm going to hit enter. And when I do, I get 609,186. So 609,186 is my answer. All right, so let's try another one. So this is base 12. Again, remember that A is equivalent to 10 and B is equivalent to 11. So again, we're going to need a calculator for this. We're going from their system to ours. Remember, we have to multiply. So the first thing I'm going to do is write this out. 10 times 12 to some base plus 9 times 12 to some base plus 6 times 12 to some base plus 7 times 12 to some base plus, now I'm going to write 11 in for B. So 11 times 12 to some base. Now the 11th is in the 12 to the 0 place. The 7 is in the 12 to the first place. The 6 is in 12 to the second place. The 9 is in 12 to the third place. And finally, A, or 10, is in 12 to the fourth place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the calculator out. I'm going to do 10 times. And I'm going to do 12 to the fourth. And that's 2736. I'm going to go ahead and multiply that out times 10. You're basically just adding a 0 behind that 6. So 207,360 plus. Now I need to find 9 times 12 to the third. I get 1728. So I'm going to multiply that by 9 in my calculator to find out that that equals 15552 plus. Now I need 6 times 12 squared. and 12 squared is 144. So we're going to write that in. Again, multiply 144 times 6. So I get 864. All right, next one is 7 times 12. That equals 84. Moving on, I get 11 times 12 is 0, so 11 times 1, which is 11. Now I'm going to add everybody up. So 207,360. I'm going to add 1552 plus 864 plus 84 plus 11. So please go ahead and do that. Unfortunately, my calculator just died. So I'm going to use a computer. So go ahead and, like I said, use your calculator and see if you get an answer. Okay, when I added that up, and I'm just checking to make sure I have all the values in there, I got 223,871. So 223,871. Okay, so that's the end of converting from their system to ours. Now we're going to go backwards. So I'm going to actually start a new video for this because it's going to take me a little while to explain. The other thing is I updated the notes because there was a mistake in this piece of the notes. If you have the old notes, that's fine. You're just going to have to make some notations and some corrections. Otherwise, if you haven't uploaded this section, you want to do so, then you'll have the new notes. Okay. All right. See you for the next one.